What's up, everyone? Real quick before Ricky gets here, we're just getting started today on finishing up the tube front. Got to grind some welds down to give more clearance. I put a little bit too fat of a bead in there. Got the vet pulled out today. Getting some sun. Gonna need the whole garage, so I'm just gonna sweep up, get our workspace ready. We're gonna need the cherry picker because we're probably gonna be putting the motor and trans in the car today. He's coming with the clutch, the adapter plates in this box right here. Flywheel, clutch, I don't know, a bunch of other shit that he wants to throw in the car. So I'm gonna get that knocked out. Gonna start grinding some welds right now. And yeah, I'm gonna set up the tripod and get some footage of us trying to slap this transmission onto the motor, just the two of us, without a trans, I don't know, hoist, jack, mount. I was gonna get some milk crates and put the trans on the milk crates, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. Either that or I might actually put the trans on top of this workbench right here, take our heater down, and we'll just mate the motor that way. He said use jack stands with some wood. I'm like, that's kind of sketchy, but we'll figure it out. I mean, there's other ways that we could do this. I got a hood rat garage, I don't know. What up? So we got the subframe spacers in. You can kind of see them. Those little guys in there, I don't know. Yeah, there you go, you can see that. We put on the ratchet rack and pinion setup with no bushings just for right now because we didn't get the bushings yet. We had to take off the Voodoo 13 arm here to get to these brackets, or I keep covering up the mic like an idiot. The brackets right here for the sway bar, there's like an adjustment or a drop bracket that needs to go in there, so I'm gonna put those in now. What sucks is all this is gonna have to come out again because, as you can see, the car's filthy and we have to paint. So just a lot of back and forth. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So yeah. Oh my god, you look so tall. Ricky actually has to do something now because I got aggravated, punched myself in the face while trying to get this other sway bar bolt in because the bracket's kind of blown out. You should put gloves on or something. You're like, fuck your hands up. Jesus. You going? Ah.
No, it's not even close. Let me slide this over on the sway bar, maybe.
Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. These machined sway bar drop brackets or relocation brackets.
Oh, we also put the back one in first on the other side. And this one...
We couldn't put the back one in on this side. It was because the bracket's all blown out. So, I mean, you could try it now that everything's loose. Take the front one out.
I'm just dropping that thing all the way out.
Stupid. You're just your fucking legs. So we are cutting the provision for the starter in the bell housing. We taped, so we're not trying to flake too much paint off. We already had some pop off where the bolts go. So I'm gonna cut slices in and try to come back in with the jigsaw and work our way around. And then we have a Dremel and some other grinding bits to try to clean it up. So this is the aftermath. We made some straight cuts. I ended up switching to the angle grinder because the jigsaw just wasn't cutting it. And I went back with the 1/4 inch thick disc, and then went back with a flap disc and just cleaned it up as much as possible. Just cleaned out the bell housing because it's full of shavings.
Maybe next time I just Well, next time, but bag.
Yeah, I would probably suggest maybe like back taping. They save you a lot of grief with like debris getting everywhere. But yeah, that's the cut. Hopefully that's enough. Guess we'll find out. So we figured out how to use this load leveler and everything. My first time using one of these. Normally I just like slap a chain on the motor. We don't need that. We already have one. So TF Works flywheel's on. Ricky didn't read the instructions, so we didn't get the flywheel install tool that locks the teeth in, so I had to hold the crank pulley and blow out my shoulder in the process. And then this is the
That's the pressure plate.
Who's this from?
Z1.
What am I, a fucking owl?
Hey! Hey!
What am I, a fucking owl? Hoo-doo! And then there's the clutch disc, so we're gonna get this installed now. And then the...
What do?
What do?
Clutch, what do?
What is? We're gonna get that on, and then we're gonna take a break and eat something, and then hopefully make the two babies together, and then it goes into the car. And then I'm gonna sleep underneath the car and let the Harbor Freight jack stands.
The motor's still not in the car.
Yeah, tomorrow's the motor's still on the car. We've been up all night. I'm gonna go lay underneath this thing and let the Harbor Freight jack stands do their thing.
So you're supposed to brake clean the surface of this pressure plate?
Sure.
What's supposed to be lubed up and what's not supposed to be?
You care about these things way too much. I'm like, rah, goes in the car, do a burnout, call it a day.
Why is my clutch slipping at 10 miles on the car?
9K clutch drop, fucking. You're like, oh yeah, they're like breaking your clutch before you destroy, and I'm just like, bah! First time out. All right, so we got the flywheel, the pressure plate, and the clutch disc in there, all torqued. Pain in the ass doing it in the air, but it is what it is. So now we're gonna mate these two guys up.
Maybe.
And see what happens. I don't know. This is gonna be sketchy, kind of. I don't. It's you have to like walk the tail end of the trans by hand all the way over there, and then slide it in. And do we have hardware for the motor mounts? That's probably what some of that is over there.
2 holes?
Yeah.
No, I got those. Those are separate.
Okay. You want to get that ready or?
No.
Okay.
We're not even close.
Yeah, but once it goes in, like you have to throw those in and bolt them in quick.
It goes from the top, right?
Are those? Is it threaded in there, or is it a bolt and a nut?
It's probably just a slot, and then you can be on both top and bottom, right? Yeah.
Fucking heaters rocking.
So we gotta like. So the bolt. It's a bolt.
Okay. And then these need to be tightened, right? Once it's in, like you're supposed to crank these down?
Yeah,
because these are loose.
Once you have the right angle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are loose, and you got to crank those down once it's tight. Ricky's freezing.
It's fucking cold.
I put the heater on high.
Put it warm up a little bit.
All right, well, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's see. Maybe we gotta take these bolts back out. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Should we put the starter in and like put it through the motor so we can like just when it's up here, we'll know if we're gonna make.
I would just do it once it's together. Like let's put some bolts on, and then.
But what if it's not enough? I gotta take the whole thing back apart.
You just pick it up, put one on, and that's it. What's the difference of putting it on now or putting it on when it's here?
All right.
Exactly. Stupid ass. It's not like swinging everywhere. Fucking workbench might be too high.
Relax. Oh, this thing's like this too.
How's our height? A little bit more?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more.
Otherwise, they're dropping the whole thing to the ground. I mean,
Good, actually. So now it's easier to scoot this forward.
well, push the tip in, or
Yeah. Okay, so the motor needs to come this way a little bit more. Like just feel like that tip of that input shaft is not going into that pilot bearing.
Probably should test. Slip the flywheel onto the trans.
Careful, the whole thing's floating. It's just pivoting in the back right now.
Oh shit.
Holding it.
I'm like, what the fuck am I getting stuck on?
That's why I hate using creepers, because they like get stuck on everything on the ground. Known to man.
I don't know if I should come in through the wheel well.
No. Behind the jack stand underneath the door. That's another reason why I don't like using creepers, because you lose 2 inches. You're like squishing. I'm gonna tell you right now, put it back up on the wall. I don't even know why I have it. I hate it. Yeah, turn it around.
Yeah, one of the fucking.
Yeah, it's falling apart. Leave it out, I'm gonna throw it away. Here, watch, give me.
Relax. Go hit the tube. Alright, well, coming in hot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start coming down a little bit, so you have to kind of push up as we go down.
I'm basically like touching the tunnel with the shifter now.
Okay, I'm stopping right there. Okay, I'm coming in more. I need to scoot this way. Okay, how are we looking?
I mean, good so far. Alright, we're about to touch the tunnel a little bit with the trans.
Okay, coming down more.
Yeah, lower your side.
Gonna push up and pull in towards you. Okay, hold on, man. Okay, coming down more. Same thing, up and in. Oh.
We hit?
No, I just touched the firewall a little bit. We're good.
Oh, the motor mounts.
Not quite there yet. There's just plastic clips on the firewall, don't worry. We're pretty close. Let me move the GoPro light so I can see the trans now. Yeah.
It's pretty close though.
Yeah, once again, I think that they gave you instructions for a ZF trans and you beat the fuck out of your car for no reason.
Oh no, CD going into S14 is pretty well known.
Yeah?
To be a problem.
Alright, hold it right there. Try not to...
I'm pretty much benching this. The hole's almost lined up with the shifter, like, perfectly. But...
Alright.
This is heavy as fuck. By the way.
Alright, I'm coming down a little bit more.
What is that?
You gotta push the transmission upward.
Okay.
Alright, motor mounts are touching.
Okay.
Give me a sec. We're still floating on the engine hoist, so if you let go of the trans right now, what's gonna happen?
I think it's gonna hit me in the chest and break my ribs.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. Can you put some hardware through at least?
That's what I'm trying to do, so give me a sec.
I can hold it. I benched a 5-speed off the back of it on my back before.
Yeah, so
this
should be this should be easy peasy.
And that was.
Do you want the lock washer on the nut this time? And just the flange nut goes underneath? I don't know.
I think there should be a washer on both sides, right? Or no? I don't know why that.
I need you to push up on the trans, dude.
It's...
Okay, right there. Okay. Coming down. Nope.
Bro, I don't know if I can hold it anymore.
Let me see how far it is.
hurts really, really bad.
I see that. Can you lay it on top of this?
No.
Let it go down more.
It's touching the power steering lines.
I don't have anything thicker than that.
It's so fucking heavy. If I had the jack, maybe.
Hold on. Here, lift. Okay, come down.
Okay, it's on it. Oh, fuck.
Give yourself a break.
Oh. This thing is so fucking heavy.
With the motor, dude, like we're like touching the firewall with the motor and like we're nowhere near the motor mounts. Did you install them backwards by chance?
No, that's how the holes line up. There's 3 holes on the bottom.
So we're like 3 inches away from the motor mount hole and we don't have 3 inches of firewall space. But maybe if the transmission's pushed up, that's why I said we really should have put the trans mount on.
If I had a jack, I could jack this up.
I mean, we have a jack.
That'll be a lot less work on my elbows that are into the concrete.
Okay.
400 pounds on top of them. Don't knock this over.
Hold on. This is why you drive me crazy. There's like shit everywhere. You unbox a bunch of shit, like boxes and plastic and instructions and staples. This is why I'm cleaning constantly, putting tools away so shit like this doesn't happen.
I wasn't supposed to bang like where the shifter goes, but that
No.
CD9 in this car is you only bang right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking if the motor mount went back.
Like, did you install into the correct holes?
So on this side, specifically, there's a part of the motor mount that like lips under the motor, and then there's a bolt that goes up through the hole. Like
There's only one way to
there's
do that.
nothing behind that. Like that's kind of.
And I can see on this side there's only one place to put it, so.
So.
We're just like so far off still. Like it'd be different if it was like, oh, I could see the hole. I can't even see the hole and we're touching the firewall.
And like lowering the motor pushes the trans up, right?
Pushing the trans up lowers the motor, not vice versa.
But if you lower it here,
If I lower it here, it's just going to touch. It's like basically touching the subframe right now. It's just enough room to move it around. It needs to go back further.
well, you talking about that 90?
Yeah.
Yeah, that